Hey guys, this is Not Lammers of Invoked 101, and this is the first Invoked 101 podcast. I have someone very special with me today. We have is it R2 or R squared?
It's either.
Alright, well, we got R2-YGO, also known as Owen. Why don't you say a little bit about yourself, man?
I'd say I'm pretty new to all this YouTubing stuff, but I decided to do it as a hobby, really. It's turned out to be pretty interesting with the people at locals and all that. So, a little bit of fame at locals, I'd say.
Yeah. Seems a little bit nicer. I know that a lot of smaller American YouTubers get get some flack depending on their locals and where they are. I know that when I first started out, I got a little bit of it, but yeah. So if you want to check out some really cool deck profiles, some different stuff, because I know that you upload a lot of like kind of weirder stuff around on your stuff. Like you have your weird Synchro deck that you picked up, and the ballpark insect normal monster deck. So if you guys want to check some of those out, I'll put a link to his channel down in the description.
Yeah.
All right. But the first bit that I wanted to talk about. So, being the first Invoked 101 podcast, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with this going forward, but I know that I want to talk about a few things in this specifically, and one of them is the ban list. And I want to do a discussion talking about how, like, what I thought was gonna get hit, and then and I did that with some of the people in the Discord, and I was really excited to upload it because I had never done a video with the guys in my Discord before. And then the ban list came out the next day.
The ban hammer just slammed down, and you're just sitting there with your content, just like, oh.
Yeah. So I had like I don't think it was gonna be a good video in the first place because I watched a little bit of the video footage, and it's just not super great. So, and that's bad on me because I wasn't super prepared. But
neither was I. No one was.
Yeah. I just didn't know how I was going to film that video. But with this, I feel because it's mostly just audio, and then I can just throw up whatever images I want in post. I think this is going to go a little bit better. But I wanted to talk about the ban list. So, we're just going to kind of say our thought. I'm just going to read off some of the ban list cards, and we'll just talk about each one as we go. So the first one, of course, is Eclipse Wyvern, which is the card when it's sent to graveyard, it banishes a dragon, like a level 7 or higher dragon, and then when it itself is banished, you get to add that card to your hand.
This card, in my opinion, is unexpected. No one really thought of this card being hit at all.
Yeah, my money was on LP.
Yeah, everyone was like, oh yeah, it's going to be LP, but
yeah.
Eclipse Wyvern was just out of the blue.
Yeah, the Eclipse Wyvern, so Guard Dragon is still really strong. Even, at least, at this point we haven't gotten to the other cards, but Guard Dragon is still a pretty viable engine in my opinion. I don't think it's as splashable. Before we get into like more stuff, the other cards that they hit to hinder Guard Dragon was the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent and White Dragon Wyvern Burster. Both of those went to 1.
Well deserved. In my opinion, they were well deserved. Yeah,
even though they are hard once per turns on their summons, and they can't be like Monster Reborned, definitely some card. It made them really splashable in just about any deck. And now because you don't have 3 of them, you can't really. It's almost not worth playing them. Yeah. Like you're not gonna like. I remember seeing some Cyber Dragon Guard Dragon variants, and because it was using 3 Black Dragon and like 2 White Dragon and Eclipse Wyvern, and so it was interesting to see that these things go to 1, and I was like, well, at least now we can't. Not everything's going to be doing the Guard Dragon combo because it was kind of like Orcus in that sense.
Yeah, I agree with that because Orcus is just nuts in itself.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I think a lot of players are in the same boat where I don't like playing against Orcus variants. I always got excited when I'd see some like weird deck, and it'd be like, all right, do this, get out my monster, and it's like, all right, do this, get out another monster, and I was like, all right, here we go, and then they'd be like, Nightmare Phoenix, Phoenix Cerberus, Phoenix and a Mermaid, and I was like, you're an Orcus deck, you don't even make your own boss monster.
It's just summon 2 monsters. Orcus combo. It's just
exactly.
like, wow, okay.
So, which got really annoying because it was, I think my favorite Orcus deck, though, there was one that I was like, okay, that's really cool, was ABC Orcus.
Yeah, I was really excited for that.
I thought that was awesome, and I think had, because like ABC Orcus, I think that if it had another, if Brilliant Fusion was at 3, ABC Orcus would have been top in regionals in that final stretch. Yeah. Guaranteed. Like,
man, Brilliant Fusion at 3 was amazing, but thanks to the FTK it's a 1. I'm really
sad. The stupid Thunder Dragons and
Plant Engine now when it sucks. I hate it so much. It was better.
I don't like the plants. I never liked the plants.
Yeah, I agree, man.
All right, moving back up to the list, back to the ban section, because we stopped at the limited section for a hot second. Phantom Knights of Bardiche, of Rusty Bardiche, the Link monster.
So unhealthy.
I didn't think he was going to get hit. I was certain Mermaid was going to get hit, but then at the same time, Mermaid's in the tins.
Yeah, it was getting the reprint while Rusty was only released.
Yeah, it had a
decks.
But to be fair, like the fact that they banned the 2 dragons right after they reprinted them in Battles of Legend.
Yeah, I was just looking at it like, oof.
That was pretty crazy. Although, like, now I have a couple copies of each of them that are ultra rare, so if I ever feel like splashing them in something, I can.
Like, Rusty is so unhealthy for the game.
I didn't like the double Fog Blades. I didn't like the fact that not only that instead of doing Fog Blade, like, so you always get the guaranteed 1 Fog Blade, but then you could take that, after you make the Galtea and you banish the Silent Boots, you could get the trap card, the trap monster that summons itself, and make Time Thief Redoer.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like. I don't like Time Thief Redoer. I think that he's a wuss, and I want him to sit still so I can hit him. Like, I hate cards that bounce out of the way. Yeah. And the fact that he just steals the top card of your deck, it's like insult to injury because you can't swing over him because he keeps dodging. But yeah.
I mean, they've got new support coming in, so...
Time Thieves do?
Yeah, new packs. They got new support coming.
And what?
I think it's the OCG getting the TCG exclusives. Where
what? Hang on. When was this said?
I think it's support. It's even the OCG getting the TCG exclusives, like Dangers and all that.
Where'd you see this? Is that on YGO? Is that on YGO.org?
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook. It was a Facebook post on a Zodiac Duelist.
Alright, Extra Pack 2019. Here we go. Yeah, oh, this is like brand new.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Danger. These cards already exist over here in the West, so if you're wondering what they do, you can look them up. Okay, hang on. Chaos Impact Rulings. Okay, so there's not a lot of info for it on, you'll have to send me the link to that.
Yeah, I will, man.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of info for it. That would be cool if we got, is it like a new Xyz or like a Link monster or like?
I think it's just more spell support.
That's okay, they could use a new spell.
Yeah, because it's mostly for Redoer.
Yeah. I was really upset that they didn't get any new stuff in Rising Rampage. I was totally banking on that.
It's one of them archetypes is just unfinished.
Yeah, it needs like one more thing, and then it's like set. All right, back to the limited list. I know we get off topic, but like it's fine. Like that's what it's for. It's just the discussion about all this stuff. So I like it. The next card was Altergeist Multifaker went to 1 as well.
This was unexpected.
I have no complaints.
I mean, yeah, you hate Altergeist.
I hate Altergeist.
With me, it was so unexpected because it's so late.
Yeah. Now, I think I told you, but I think the reason Multifaker went to 1, jumping down to the cards that weren't that came off the ban list, they put Solemn Judgment at 3.
Yeah.
And because over here, Multifaker is ruled that it can chain off of a counter trap, I think the big reason Multifaker went to 1 is so that way your opponent couldn't Judgment you, chain the Multifaker, and then Silk, and then bounce something back to the hand.
It was pretty OP. And in my opinion, Altergeist isn't doing anything.
I don't think it's going to do anything moving forward now.
I mean, they could get support, but you don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do without a new Multifaker? Like, real talk.
Easy Multifaker too.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do anything. But I like the Multifaker hit just because I think if you were gonna hit one of the Altergeists, Multifaker or Silk were the two that needed to go. And they probably, like, if I had to take a hot guess, they hit the Altergeist purely because they felt that maybe going into this format, Altergeist would be too strong in, like, tier 0, so they just popped it out of the way, but...
I mean, you just outright despise the deck, so...
Yeah, I've been very open about how much I don't like Altergeist.
It's just one of them decks. It's sort of like Orcus, you hate it.
Well, at least with Orcus, I can Twin Twister them. With Altergeist, they just keep bouncing my stuff back to the hand, and, like...
What a fun interactive game.
Yeah, what a fun interactive game. Normal summon bounce? Wow, I guess my turn's over. Do something else? Well, I just activate my Altergeist Solemn Strike. By the way, I shuffle this thing back in, chain the stupid Multifaker. Oh, by the way, this Monster Reborn, the way that it interacts with another card and this third card, it means that it doesn't actually resolve, so I get the card back to my hand and it's no longer connected to the spell. So even if you wanted to Twin Twister me, the Call of the Haunted doesn't do anything. It's like, let me just... It's like, I'm gonna hit you, other player. Like...
Just watching it is pain.
I don't like Altergeist.
I picked up a core and then the Banlist dropped. It's like a heavy sigh. I mean, the deck's cheap at least. It's not too expensive. Yeah.
Like, I mean, the only expensive card in it is like the Evenlies and the Infinite
like
Impermanences.
Multifaker itself is expensive.
So. Yeah, it was like $17, right?
Yeah, now it's gone down to like 7.
Yeah, it's nothing now. All right, we talked about the Black Dragon, which is fine. Okay, here we go. Salomon Great Gazelle, and by extension, Salomon Great Circle.
Oh, they butchered this deck so hard.
Yeah, I saw these hit, and I was like, Salomon Great dead? Question mark.
Like, you ain't the only one, because like having free Rota and having Gazelles, you can just recur. It's just like.
Well, the big thing was they had 6 Rotas really. Well, they had 3 Rotas and a Stratos, and 3 Stratos. Then they lost Stratos and they gained a new Rota. So they still had 7 Rotas. And now they have 5. So now they have
insane.
Yeah, they have 4 Rotas and a Stratos. And they lost. Now I've heard talk of playing. So Salomon Greats, when Signet Mining came out, people played it at 3, and then I noticed that Salomon Great players started to cut it from the deck. Which was a little unexpected on my part. I figured having those, but then they were like, no, some of them brick because because there's so much search right there, and it's like that's a thing I never thought I'd ever hear Salad say. But now they're definitely playing triple Signet Mining now. If you're not playing 3 Signet Mining in your Salomon Greats, you're probably playing Salad wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
But I've also heard talk of playing level 4 Salomon Greats with downbeat which, if you don't know what downbeat does, it is almost identical to Transmodify, except instead of bumping by a level, it shrinks by a level.
Damn.
So it takes a 4 and turns it into a 3.
Overlay.
Yeah. So you could take, Jack Jaguar, which you can turbo out using something like Foxy if you get in Spinny, which you can just throw to the grave because Spinny's a hand trap. Overlay them into the Mirage. Mirage will summon Jack Jaguar, and then you'll change Jack Jaguar into Gazelle, and then Gazelle will send a thing, and then you have Jack Jaguar in the graveyard already for setup.
It's just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, and so that's how the only card you have to hard draw is the downbeat realistically.
That's one thing I don't like about Salomon. There's always that counter trap where you can just keep recurring all the time.
I don't
morale
mind the
bounces
counter
and
trap.
stuff.
I don't mind the counter trap. I hate the other trap where it like pops 2 cards.
Oh, the non-targeting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
don't like that at all. Like I've thought about playing like Cosmo's almost at full power. If we got 1 E-Telly, if E-Telly went to 2, which let's be honest. Oh God, I just pulled my headphone out of my ear.
Oh.
Leaving it in. If we got E-Telly to 2, Cosmos could be a pretty formidable deck. Like they have access to trade in, Allure of Darkness. They can play Demise.
Plus, they had Dark Destroyer come back to 3.
Yeah,
so...
Dark Destroyer's at 3, and they're big non-targety boys. Like
it can make a comeback.
they could, yeah, like they easily could, and like you can play like Dark Planet to negate spells and stuff, and they all float.
Yeah,
which is like the best part about the deck is that they all float. Aside from being big and non-targetable, they also summon other stuff.
Yeah, like Farm Girl, Tin
Yeah,
Man.
they do farm.
Wait,
like
is it Tin Man?
Tin Can.
That's it, Tin Can.
Yeah. The only issue with the deck is that, and you know they have 3 Called by the Grave as well. The issue with Cosmos right now is that it is an older deck. You know.
Yeah.
It is a little, but I feel that if like Cosmos got maybe a Link monster, maybe.
That would be interesting.
Like a Link monster or a new ship that maybe interacted with Link monsters, perhaps.
Yeah.
And then if they did get a new ship, like a new pilot to go alongside him.
Yeah, that's the other issue with Cosmos. If you don't have the pilots, you can't summon the ships. And
Yeah.
It's just like...
Yeah, so it's like, how many do you play? Do you play half and half, or do you play like more pilots than you do ship? Yeah, so.
If you just draw all ships, just enter the scoop phase. Simple. Done. Just no.
Alright. So we talked about the Salomon Greats stuff. We got Terraforming hit to 1 as well.
Yeah.
Which, that's Mystic Mind's fault. No. And Terraforming goes right alongside Metaverse. Both of those cards went to 1.
Metaverse was unbalanced.
Yeah, Metaverse, I knew Metaverse was going to go to 1, so that way it couldn't interact with Trap Trick anymore. I had been saying that since, like, since the thought. Like, once we got Mystic Mind, I was like, and I saw that Trap Tricks was being played with Metaverse, I was like, Metaverse is done. It's going to 1. But the Terraforming, I figured they were going to hit Mystic Mind to 1 over Terraforming. Because a lot of players have complained about Mystic Mind, and I figured they were going to do it. And I really hope they put Mystic Mind, like, yes, technically the issue is solved, but I want them to put Mystic Mind to 1 and Terraforming to 2.
Terraforming in itself is a bit overpowered in my opinion.
No,
it's not
yeah.
a want to turn.
Yeah.
Field spells these days are pretty prevalent. So, yeah.
It's just like, I don't want archetypes in the future that all come with their own field spell searcher.
Because personally, in my opinion, Mystic Mind it's got the same, like, argument as Max C. Like...
I mean, well, the reason we don't have Max C over here is because of dangers.
Yeah.
We would just deck our opponents out.
Yeah.
That's my reasoning behind it. And, you know, now Japan is going to be getting the danger monsters, so and they have triple Max C, so...
That would be nuts.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens on their ban list. Oh, also, we have, before I get into the cards that were unlimited or unbanned, like, put to 1, we also have Trickstar Light Stage, which, if you don't know why that went to 1, basically what would happen... Yeah. Basically what would happen is you'd activate Light Stage, which was not a hard once per turn. You could just activate 3 copies in 1 turn. And you would search Candina, and Candina would activate and search Lilybell. Lilybell would special summon herself, and there's Orcus combo. Off of 1 card.
It was insane. It was either Lilybell or, what was it, Korribane?
Yeah, or Korribane, which I think a lot of people opted for Korribane over the Lilybell, but you could do it either way.
I'm so glad I got rid of the core. I'm so glad.
Yeah, no, Trickstars. And Like, some people are like, finally, Trickstars got hit, but then it's like, yeah, but they didn't get hit because
problem.
they're Trickstars. They got hit because of Orcust.
Orcust is ruining everything, man.
I mean, to be fair, Trickstars needed to get hit a long time ago.
Yeah, like Reincarnation's a 1.
Yeah, Reincarn still is like, if Trickstar gets any better, which I don't think they are, because they have really everything now, and I think the girl in the anime that plays them is playing Marine Cess now, so...
Yeah.
If I recall.
Yeah, that is right, yeah.
Yeah, so she's not even playing Trickstar, so... So I don't think they're getting anything else, so if they're not going to do anything here, they're definitely done for.
I mean, the deck was fun.
Yeah. Alright, so moving into the unbans, these cards have moved to 1. We have Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms.
Oh, Dragoonities, man.
They just got their Link Monster, and I've been playtesting with my buddy who has the full... Aside from the Link Monster, we went to the sneak peek, which if you guys want to see that, we have pictures of the mat that I won on our Instagram. We didn't get the Dragoonity Link. 2 of them were pulled at the sneak peek, and but one of them was sold for an outrageous amount of money, and the other one the dude was keeping because he also played Dragoonity. So we weren't able to nab one of those.
It's just seeing a Dragon Ruler back off the ban list. It's scary to see.
I added him to Speedroid along with 3 of the baby, and I love it. I love this
Battle
guy.
Wasp, man.
Put it in Battle Wasp.
Dragon Ruler Battle Wasp.
No, because they lock you into insects.
DNA surgery.
So when you summon him, he's an insect. This is my insect Dragon Ruler.
Yeah. Oh man.
My bug ruler.
Oh god.
He's cool. I like Tempest. Like, so
he's the weakest of the bunch, I believe.
So him and Blaster aren't very good. But I feel that if they brought Blaster back, Blaster would have gone straight into Salomon Greats, and Salomon Greats still would have made plays.
Yeah.
Because he's the fire one. So I'm glad they didn't bring Blaster back. I'm really glad that it's Tempest. I also would have accepted Tidal, but Tidal is really strong.
Yeah, I agree with that. I saw the OCG have him at 1. Or is that
no, they have
Tempest?
Tempest as well. Both of us have Tempest. And the reason my money was on Tidal for a while because the R&D guys, like 2 of the R&D guys who work on the ban list, really like Mermail. And
that would break that deck.
Exactly. So I figured if they were going to bring back a Dragon Ruler like the OCG did, my money was on Tidal. I was like, that's the one who's coming back. And then, because I also thought they were going to differentiate it from the OCG, so TCG would have a Dragon Ruler and the OCG would have one, but it wasn't the same guy. But now Tempest
at
is
least
just...
it wasn't Redox. Just be glad.
Yeah, Redox. He's the Monster Reborn one, right? I think so. He's the real...
Yeah, from Summon, yeah.
Yeah, he's the really strong one.
Banished, then add an Earth Dragon, yeah.
He's really good. So the one that we got is the Rota. He searches a wind dragon, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Which Dragoonity. That's really what you got. I guess you could search Debris Dragon with it in Speedroids, but
yeah. I mean, don't forget about our boys in Battle Wasp, my dudes.
You could play Debris Dragon in Battle Wasp. You're right, and maybe actually Debris Dragon might be kind of cool in Battle Wasp.
Yeah.
Summon Dart back and make a level 5. Is there, if there's
Summon Ally of Justice Catastor.
Yeah, potentially. Actually, maybe I might have to play around with Dragon Wasps.
Yeah. Yeah.
We also got Digusto Emerald back at 1.
That was unexpected.
That was really unexpected. I didn't see him coming back, but ABC's too good now? Question mark.
I remember when this dude was at 3. You can just recycle him.
Yeah, I remember. He's pretty interesting now. There was someone talking about something, and they were like, yeah, because you can just shove... Oh, it was Pendulums, because you can take the Electromite and shove it back in your extra deck.
Oh Christ. Christ.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting.
Man.
Did I mention multi-roll got hit to 1?
I don't think so.
Sky Striker multi-roll went to 1. It did nothing. Again. Kagari to 1 did something. But multi-roll being at 1 doesn't do a lot, in my opinion. Sky Striker is still going to be really strong.
Yeah, definitely.
So...
it just needs to be banned.
Yeah, multi-roll needed banned. Like, if they banned Hercules base and limited multi-roll, that would have been something. Because Hercules base is the one that recycles everything.
I mean, they can still use, like, magnetic reverse and all that to get...
Exactly. Well, they're not going to ban Magnet Reverse, so...
You don't know that?
Yeah.
Komani, what do you expect?
I think that's it for limited cards. And then for semi-limited, we have a... If you guys remember, the semi-limited list was itty-bitty. It was really small. There was like 4 cards on it, and now it's huge. Because we got Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. He's semi-limited. And that's the one with the errata. He's not going to do anything still. And then we got all 3 of the main dangers, Jack, Nessie, and Tsukunoko, all to 2. Which...
I mean, it's an okay hit.
Yeah, instead of 9 dangers, you're playing 6 now.
Cuts consistency down. So.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a good hit, but now you just play, like, Mothman.
Yeah, true.
So... because Mothman is, like, the next best one, because he's a Dark World Dealings.
Guaranteed draw as well.
Yeah. What else did we get? We also got Ether, the Heavenly Monarch. I know you were really excited about this. She went to 2.
She came back.
She's at 2. Very cool. So the only thing you're missing now is Pantheism, right? Because Stormforth is off.
Yeah, Pantheism. That's going to take a while to get back at 3.
I don't think Pantheism's coming back.
Next list, it will come to 2, I swear.
If it comes to 2, Monarchs are probably going to be one of the better decks of the format.
If Ifa comes back to 3, then maybe, but at 2, it only helps it by, like, minuscule.
I mean, Tribute Summon decks are broken. We have yet to see what Samorg can do. That's another Tribute Summon deck. But Samorg has access to the Harpy's Featherstorm, which is a full board infinite impermanence for the turn.
Oh.
So I'm excited to play Samorg. I know Mio, she's building it for her, but she might end up taking my Tenyi deck, so I might take her birds.
Damn, this is breaking decks.
Yeah, right here, live on. Next up was E-Hero Stratos. Heroes are still bad. You cannot change my mind. Destiny heroes are the best heroes, and even they're bad.
Agreed.
But Vision Heroes came out, so I knew Stratos was coming to 2. They wanted to promote the new heroes, and they just reprinted him, so...
Konami are really pushing heroes at the moment with, like, new support, unbounding Stratos.
Yeah. We also got Inzektor Dragonfly at 2.
Finally.
Hornet's off the list, right? Like, we have 3 Hornet?
Yeah,
he's not on here, so that's pretty cool.
Because Dragonfly's in 1 to turn, if I remember right.
Yeah, so... Can you do the loop with 3 Hornet and 2 Dragonfly? I think you can.
I've got no idea, my dude.
I think you can do the loop. So, then we got Damage Juggler at 2. That's not going to do anything. We got Sharit, Strategist of the Necross at 2. That's cool, to say the least.
It's Unicorn we really need.
Yeah, that's the one that prevents extra deck monster effects, right?
Yeah.
No, you can not get that back. I hate that card.
That was at 3 for so long.
And lastly, we got Royal Tribute, which if you don't know what Royal Tribute is, it says if Necro Valley is on the board, both players discard their hands and draw new cards. It is a hand destruction or card destruction for Necro Valley, and it is at 2. So Gravekeepers effectively have 3 Royal Tribute now.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Gravekeepers could be interesting.
You don't redraw the cards. You don't redraw them.
You don't redraw?
No.
Oh my god. So 3. Okay, so oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's nuts for dangers.
Yeah, just pray your opponent isn't playing dangers if you're playing Gravekeepers.
No.
See, I would do an upgraded Gravekeeper deck profile, except the 3 Royal Tribute and the 3 Judgment aren't enough for me to update the deck.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving to the cards that we got off the list. Cleafort Scout.
Yes, finally.
Cleaforts aren't doing anything. We got everything else. Like, Cleaforts are at full power now. Am I wrong?
Well...
There's no towers. Okay, other than skill drain. But
yeah,
towers is off,
is like
sacrifice is off, scouts off.
Finally.
Yeah, we got Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, which is the guy who, in the scale, you pop a card and add a card with the same name.
Yeah.
From your other Pendulum scale, which is kind of cool. He wasn't. I don't even think Pendulum Magicians are playing him. So, who cares? Trish, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, is now at 3. Are you making
scary.
3? Are you gonna Trish me 3 times in one game?
I mean, there's a few decks I've seen that do handle Trish. But, you know...
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. And even then, I think most people are only gonna play 1 Trish.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. So, and then after that, we have Dark Hole, which is cool.
Nuts.
Get a board wipe back. Monster Gate, which Infernoids just got scary. Benji should be excited.
Yes.
Monster Gate going to 3 is nuts in that deck. Then we got Rekindling for all 5 Lavalval players.
Man, that is even scary for me to see, to be honest.
I know the reason this went to 3, and it wasn't for Lavalval. It was not because in Dark Neostorm, Neo Flameveil Lady came out. It is not for the one stupid card. It is because of we are getting new Firefist monsters coming up really soon.
There's the Fist of the Gadgets, the new set.
Which I would like to talk about. Like, we could talk about that like right after this, because real talk, the best decks of the format are going to be the best decks of the format. Real talk are just going to be Sky Striker and Thunder Dragon again, and then we're going to have Guru with its 3 Judgment coming in there, like it's no one's business.
I hate Guru so much.
Big talk. We got Super Poly at 3.
That's fine.
That makes, as an Invoked player, this makes me very happy. Because I was playing the other a game at competitive night, and I activated Pot of Desires and banished 2 of my not 2 of my Super Polys, 2 of my Invocations, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna lose. And I was like, wait.
Super Poly.
I was like, wait, I have 3 Super Poly in my deck. This is really cool with the Alistair Link monster, because you can fuse him away.
Oh yeah, he becomes Alistair the Invoker, doesn't he?
He's Alistair on board and engrave. There was a game where I banished all 3 of my Alistairs off Pot of Desires, and I looked at my opponent and I was like, I just banished all 3 Alistair. And he's like, do you want to scoop now, or do you want me to OTK you? And I was like, you're not going to OTK me. And I made the Link monster because he's Alistair. And he's like, oh, he exists. I was like, yeah, I still got 1 Alistair left.
Running 4 Alistair in deck?
No, the Alistair Link monster is awesome. But then the last card, the biggest card of the list, like the 3 biggest cards in my opinion are Super Poly, the Dragon Ruler, and Solemn Judgment, which also went to 3.
Judgment, oh, that is scary, man.
It's interesting. I'm playing 3 in my Invoke side deck right now, and I think that's where it's going to sit. I think it's definitely a side deck card right now. Excepting Guru. Guru definitely wants to play 3 of those.
Main deck that.
Yeah, I took Guru to... I was actually going to play it at the sneak peek, but there wasn't a sneak peek there. So which I'll tell that story in a minute, because it'll only take a second. I was maining the 3 Judgments in the deck, and man, it is strong with Guru, because you have so many negates in that deck. You have an interruption off Guru, you have an interruption off of Super Poly, you have interruptions off of, you have negates off of Ash, Judgment, Fiendus, Strikes if you're playing them. You have there's so much. Called by the Graves if you're playing them. You have Floodgates if you're playing them. Like,
It's just floodgate deck.
It's pretty nuts. It's not as floodgatey as Evil Swarm. Let me tell you.
Oh,
dude, if Evil Swarm could get an Xyz monster that says your opponent can't link summon link 3s or higher, that would be pretty cool.
True that, true.
Like that's legit all Evil Swarm needs, and the Evil Swarm is going right in the format.
I mean, it's got some tops, so
yeah, it had some tops back when it but nothing recent, simply because it can't compete with Link monsters. It just gets outed by Ophion just loses.
Can't stop it.
Yeah, Ophion only hits level 5s or higher, which is why I said, like, just give them one that says you can't link 3 or higher, and there you go, they're set. Put like 2400, put like 2450 on it. It's golden.
Gotta have the 50.
Yeah. It has to have the 50. It's not an Evil Swarm if it doesn't have 50, unless you're Kirkion. Unless you're Kirkion, you're the exception. Because he's awesome.
The successful one.
Yeah, Kirkion's the best. Alright, so that's it for the ban list. Like I said, I think Thunder Dragon is still going to be really good because they didn't get hit, like, at all.
Yeah.
They still have Levianeer. They still have one of each of the little guys. They still have Dangers. They still have Ib. Orcust is still kind of okay. Like, you can make Dingirsu and Longirsu. So, like, and Dingirsu is still really good because it just protects your whole board.
Oh, I hate that card.
Yeah.
I actually pulled it, man, but, you know.
Nice.
Get marks.
Alright, so I want to tell the story about the sneak peek I went to. So me and my me and another local YouTuber named Gar of R2-YGO. Him and I and Mio and then our buddy Cody went 2 hours away. We drove 2 hours away to go to the sneak peek, and we were under the impression the whole time that there was going to be a tournament there. So we get there, we buy our packs, I trade around, I meet up with some people from the next town over, which is like a town that's like 30 minutes out, and I meet up with them, and they're there, so I do some trades with them because I haven't seen them in forever, and then I pulled the Marine Cess link. So if you guys want to know what I pulled that, and then I traded it for the the Witchcrafter monster, because Mio needs it. So, and then they did a drawing for 2 mats. They had 2 mats, and they did a drawing. And I forget who got the first one, but then I got the second one. So that was exciting. Yeah, that was
cool, man.
Yeah, and I have the Dark Neostorm mat to match with it. So.
Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah, so it has the both of the Firewall and the Boral Xyz monsters on the mats.
Yeah, isn't it a Borrowed Exchange?
Borrowed X-Charge.
Ah, that's it.
Yeah. And so I'm excited because the Dueling My Girlfriend videos just got 2 mats that perfectly work together.
Man, that's cool, man.
It's good. Yeah, it's pretty slick.
Unfortunately, I've never got a sneak mat in my life, so...
Oh my god, bruh. You gotta start getting those tops.
Nah, man, it's all for fun, man.
But yeah, and then they were like, alright, that's it. And it's like, what? And they're like, yeah, there's no tournament. The store was really rinky-dink. It was so small. It was probably the size of my bedroom, the entire store.
Jeez.
Oh, Mio just told me it's like less than that. It was small. It was literally a hole in a wall.
Wow.
It was dinky. But yeah, so that was the sneak peek, and then I think that was the end of that story. So Fist of the Gadgets, which is the other thing that I wanted to talk about since we mentioned it, because I wanted to talk about some new sets that were coming out. So Fist of the Gadgets.
I actually need to do some research on this.
Yeah, like we know we're getting Gadget monsters, and we know we're getting Firefist monsters. We also know that we're getting... Oh, what's it called? The Summon Skull imports. We're getting those imported.
Oh, yeah, I've just seen.
The Xyz, the Synchro...
The Fusion and the Ritual, I believe.
Yeah, we're getting all of them. and it's a 60 card set, and it has 20 secrets, 40 supers, and it's going to probably be similar to oh god, what? Probably similar to the good god, I can't. Shadows of Valhalla. That set, where it's a bunch of TCG exclusives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the confirmed cards, or at least, so we're getting 2. It says It said that we got Firefist Link Monsters. So presumably we're getting the Link Vrains pack 1.
Yeah.
If they haven't already confirmed it by the cover. It does not look like it's on the cover. We're definitely getting... Ooh, that's warm. We're definitely getting the Archfiend, which is the Advent Skull Archfiend, which is the ritual. Beckon's Skull Archfiend, which I think is the Synchro. Exceed's Skull Archfiend, which is the Xyz monster, and then Manifested, Skull Archfiend, which I think is the fusion. We're also getting Shooting Code Talker and Code Talker in the set, because it apparently contains some Code Talker monsters.
I saw there was an FTK based off of it.
Yeah, and then we're also getting, just from the pack cover, it also says there's a Firefist Ritual monster in there.
Yeah.
We
ain't got the name of that, have we?
No, we don't.
We know that one of the Link monsters is the Eagle Sage, so...
Yeah, the Eagle, yeah. That's that's the rumor right now. We might not even have that in here. I don't imagine why they wouldn't put it in here, because this seems to be a TCG exclusive set.
Yeah.
And then also on the cover is a new gadget. It looks like a Stronghold monster.
Yeah, there was Moving Fortress, then there was the movie one.
Yeah, it doesn't have a pack. It doesn't have not a pack, a name. So, but he looks really cool.
Looks beefy.
Yeah, and from the description of the set, it sounds like the gadgets are going to be Union themed or equipped themed.
Yeah, like the Machina archetype, basically.
Kinda. I'm interested to see how it's taken.
With this here, the Stronghold monster we were talking about, maybe that is a boss monster, and all the new gadgets equipped to it.
Yeah, he could be a Dread Dynamo. Do you remember the Dread Dynamo card, where if you have a gadget on board, his attack becomes 3,000 or something?
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I thought it might be, and and since they said the gadgets power up each other or something like that, I think they're gonna make more Dread Dynamo cards.
Maybe it's gonna be an ABC-esque sort of deck.
Yeah.
Become unaffected by, card effects because one monster has
The one thing I have to say, namely, is get your Ancient Gear gadgets now, because he's a machine dupe target that can copy the name of any gadget.
Oh yeah, he was in the structure deck, wasn't he? He was really bad.
He's only in the structure deck, but in gadgets he's amazing because he's a machine dupe target. So pick up your Ancient Gear gadgets now.
It's gonna be the Lady Debug. It's gonna go up.
Yeah, he's gonna be $7-8 if the deck is
Wait,
decent.
has that structure gone out of print?
Yeah, Ancient Gear and Dinosaurs are both out of print. So. There's also word that the Cyber starter deck or the Cyber structure deck that we didn't get is going to be, a lot of it's going to be in here. That's what the rumor is as well.
Yeah.
Because we got some of it as the video game promos, 3 of the cards, 4 of the cards.
Yeah, that was in the new Legacy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Link Evolution.
Yeah. So some of that should be in here as well. It's an interesting set, to say the least. I want to pick some of it up. I might get a box because I want to play gadgets, and I might go half and half with my buddy who used to play Firefist before he quit. He ended up moving to Fort Smith, and he didn't know there was a card shop there, so he left and he gave me his deck, which when I was strapped for cash for a while, I ended up selling it for around $60.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I don't have his deck anymore, but this set with the new Firefist stuff, he really liked the Firefists. He liked the deck. It was a Firefist Fire King deck.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he liked it, so I might go halvesies with him on a box just to crack it open for the channel. And
Yeah, definitely, man. That'll be interesting to see.
yeah, I wanna, so that'd be really cool. So what are you playing for this format? What are you rocking?
Oh, no, that is a good question.
You gonna go with your Monarch? See how that works out for you?
Probably, yeah.
I'm.
Because I recently picked up Autoguide, so I'm going to see how that goes. I hate the deck, but I might as well.
Well, you can play Sangan and Almirage now. That's what I've heard people playing.
Yeah, normal summon Sangan, link it to Almirage.
Yeah, get the multi-faker.
Oh yeah, it's multi-faker, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got 1,200. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you get the multi-faker and then like set a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's just nuts.
So that's what I've seen.
Monarchs is a good deck, in my opinion.
I'm interested to see how it does.
Yeah, because I've been testing like all of it out, and Caius is really good.
Yeah, he's always been good.
Yeah, Zaborg on the other hand is terrible.
Yeah, Zaborg.
It can be.
Mega Zaborg needs banned.
Nah, not even banned. It's bad card. It's not really that good. There's so many hand traps that can stop it.
You can't hand trap Mega Zaborg. You can't ash him.
Oh, what can you do then?
You can Veiler him.
Yeah, that's it. Wait, no, doesn't he pop like first?
Yeah, he blows himself up first, so you'd have to Called by the Grave him.
That stops him.
Yeah, but if they're gonna keep buffing Necross, he needs to go.
Yeah.
Because with the Incantations and him, it's not okay. Yeah, exactly. Because the Incantations not only load up your hand with the stuff you need to ritual summon, then you still have your normal summon, so you just tribute them for Zaborg, pop Zaborg, send all 3 Arclights, send Natis, send whatever the hell, and then
you can just go off.
Yeah.
And plus you get to choose.
Yeah, and then you get to rip
That's
10 cards out of your opponent's extra. Oh yeah, 8. Yeah. Which is not okay. We have Lithogasm banned for the same reason. So unless they feel like giving me back Lithogasm,
they should bring back Jin.
No, they shouldn't. They should not bring back Jin.
Yes.
No, never. That card's too strong.
The OCG have got him at 3.
Really?
Yeah,
Aren't they missing something? Aren't they missing stuff though from Necross?
No, they got it all.
They have the entire Necross deck.
Yeah, it's at full power, I believe.
How's that deck not topping?
I mean, Monarchs over there are full power and it's doing nothing as well.
Yep, the OCG's weird.
Yeah, they got weird rulings, man.
They got different stuff and stuff like
they had an Orcus ruling, I believe, which is different to ours.
They had there's an Orcus ruling that's different. They have an Altergeist ruling that's different. There's quite a few things that are different.
Man, they weird.
They also only have 1 Mechaba.
Oh yeah, that's still at 1, isn't it?
Yeah, they have Alistair. They put Alistair and Mechaba to 1, and then Alistair came back at 3, which is why in Link Brains Pack 1, Invoked got a Link monster, even though Invoked really didn't deserve it. Because I remember everyone going, "Why is there an Invoked Link? Why is he in that set?" And I was like, "I'm not complaining. I don't care."
It's just thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
and
the
now
Christmas present you never wanted or never asked for, and they're just like here, like.
Well, now he's awesome. So.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was so awkward when he came out, and I remember playing with him online, and like just trying to I played the familiar possessed cards to give me all the fusion. Now we have the wind one, which is awesome. I think that's great that we have the wind one. Ranryu.
It's the one that looks like Winder, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the Windows familiar. We're missing 2. We're missing Medea Bat, and we're missing Happy Lover.
Happy Lover got a link?
Happy Lover is Lynn's familiar, and Medea Bat is Dark's familiar.
I play Happy Lover and Moki Moki OTK. 5k attack is amazing.
But yeah, I used to play that like early on, back before we got all the stuff that back before Mech Knights came out, and now we have Mech Knights.
That deck's still nuts.
Dude, it's with 3 Super Poly. It's awesome. I'm playing the Shadal variant of Invoked Mech Knights.
Oh right.
And it is. Oh, I'd played Invoked Mech Knight for. Oh my god, I have a story. I have sad news. I'd played Invoked Mech Knight for so long, and then Cyber Dragon stuff came out because I took a break once Flames of Destruction came out because I didn't want to play Goki Nightmare format. I didn't want to play against Sky Striker, but I started kind of playing again when Battles of Legend Relentless Revenge came out because that had the Cyber Dragon search card in it, the Rhoda.
Yeah, Cyber Emergency.
Yeah, and so I picked that up and I always love telling people I got it for trade value of $7. Each copy I was valued at $7, and I scooped because now it's like 30.
Yeah, it's still going up.
Yeah, it's crazy how expensive that card is because it's like a short print secret or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like harder to pull. So I got 3 of those like in one day, and that felt awesome. And then Saiho's Sneak Peek happened, and I played Cyber Dragons for a really long time, and I played that up until Savage Strike when Guru came out, and then I played Guru for a little bit, and then I alternated before I put down both after the last regional I played, and I built Invoked Mech Knight again, which recently I decided to do the Shadal variant. And then last night I was playing Comp Night. Here's the story. This is the sad part. Final round, I'm playing Invoked Mech Knight Shadals, and I'm shuffling my deck, and I shuffle, and one of my cards splits a sleeve and then splits a card, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I pull the sleeve and the card out, and it's one of my purple Nightfalls.
No.
Yeah, so one of my purple, it's just barely on the corner, and I was like, and I just look up, and my opponent's like, which card is that? And I was like, I just split the corner of a purple Nightfall. And like, there was 8 of us there, and they all turned and were like, no way. And I was like, yeah. I'm upset. And they're like, and my buddy, Gara, he has a ton of cards. He looks at me, he's like, he has a pink purple Nightfall. His purple Nightfall's pink. I don't know why it's pink, but it's pink.
I think it may be like an EU print because
maybe.
Because your cards are lighter than ours.
Yeah, so it's super strange. And he was like, do you need another purple Nightfall? And I was like, will you give me the pink one? And he's like, no. And I was like, then I'll just hold on to mine. Yeah. I swapped the sleeve on it, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I'm probably going to take a little bit of glue and a toothpick and get right under there and smooth it over. And
save the Nightfall.
Yeah, he'll always be classed as damage, but I have no intent on getting rid of them, so...
It's not damage, it's battle damage.
But yeah, he's near mint. He's near mint everywhere but right there. But because I split the corner because of shoddy sleeves, he is now damaged and is way less valuable now.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rip Purple Nightfall.
Like if you cry every time.
Yeah. So, long story short, I think I'm switching to Dragon Shields.
Yeah. Oh my god, I don't like. I generally don't like those sleeves.
The Dragon Shields?
No, oh my god. I generally don't like them.
I use Ultra Pros right now. Everything I have is sleeved in Ultra Pro Black. Although, now since one of my, like... I mean, I know purple's only like $5 right now, but I don't feel like paying $5 to replace a card. Which shouldn't have split in the first place. You know?
It wasn't your fault, it was the company's fault.
Exactly. Like those sleeves. So, upsetty spaghetti at that. I continued the game. I took one of the cards in my side deck that I had sleeved in a brand new Ultra Pro sleeve because it was a card I just added to it. So I took that out of its sleeve and slipped the purple in there and like smoothed it over.
It's just like, I'm sorry, I have to.
Yeah, it's like, can I? Yeah, my opponent was like, I don't care, just do it. Yeah, he's like, I get it, and I was like, yeah, because it was a card that I was using, so it had to go in my main deck, and I had to replace the sleeve.
Yeah.
And it's not like he didn't know it was in my deck. I was playing Mech Knights.
Very true. Very true.
But yeah, so that sucked. And it was only locals, so he knew what I was playing anyways. Real talk. You go to locals, like, it's only on casual nights that no one knows what I'm playing, because I have, like, 50 decks now.
Man, like, no one can even cipher my matchups. It's so funny, because I just bring all this in.
Yeah, you just bring, like, a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah.
Most casual nights, we don't even bring side decks, but, like, I'm excited, because I'm getting to 50 decks. And,
Oh, damn.
I have 2 more that I'm working on, which is a Tenyi and Smorg, so hopefully... I'm at 48 right now, so those 2 will be my 50th decks that I finish.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, one will be 49th and the other will be 50th. And with that, I think now we've been going for a little bit over an hour, so I think with that we're going to call this podcast good. I want to know what you guys thought in the comments below. Feel free to check down in the description. There will be a link to the Patreon if you feel like backing the channel. There's also a link to the Teespring if you feel like getting some Invoked 101 merch. And then there's also a link to the Discord if you feel like chatting with me. And I believe R2 is also in the Discord as well.
Yes.
So you can chat with him. And also down in the description there is a link to his channel. You guys can check him out. He uploads a lot of cool stuff. But I also want to give a big thanks to you, man, for coming on here for the first one.
Thanks for even bringing me on here, man.
Of course.
It's been a great opportunity.
Yeah, of course. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.